Paralives, the new life simulation game that's currently in early access, has been out for around 2 weeks on Steam now, and there's actually a lot more packed into this game than you might think, especially when it comes to small or hidden details in the game that are easy to miss.
Hello everyone, this is Abi aka Onlyabidoang. Yes, I started using facecam since 43 videos ago, and today I'm going to show you 40 small, subtle and hidden details in Paralives that you might not know about. So without further ado, let's check them out.
If a para has 3 points in sadness, they can unlock a special interaction to lean against counters or bathtubs to cry. Honestly, it's kinda heartbreaking to watch. When a para with the serious vibe practices a skill for long enough, they can enter an in-the-zone state. In addition to gaining skills faster, they will temporarily ignore all 4 of their main needs, allowing them to stay focused on their activity for much longer. In Paramaker, you can equip your para with a prosthetic leg on one or both legs. You can still customize their appearance with color swatches, patterns, and different footwear as usual. Paras have a variety of sitting positions when using couches. They can slouch, lean forward, sit in a relaxed posture, or cross their arms or legs. Paras can also sit on the armrests of couches, and children can even sit on a couch backwards, which is a playful little detail. Child, preteen, and teen paras will experience growth spurts as they age, gradually increasing their height over time. In this case, I use cheats to trigger the growth spurts instantly, but under normal gameplay, they usually occur naturally every few days. Paras in the adult life stage will gradually develop more wrinkles, skin sagging, and a slightly more slouched posture as they age, even while remaining in the same life stage. This means aging happens gradually over time, making the changes subtle and easy to miss. School is divided into different subjects, each with its own grade and homework assignments, so you'll need to keep track of each subject individually and make sure your para keeps their grades up across all of them. Before a couple can try for a baby, one para must first ask their partner whether they want to have children together in the future. If the partner agrees, the try for baby interaction will then become available on beds. Paras can cuddle on the bed together, which looks adorable and pretty intimate. When painting on an easel, the painting starts as a rough black and white sketch, then slowly gains color and detail as they continue working on it, rather than instantly jumping between completed stage. Paras can interact with almost any flower or flowering bush they come across in the world. They can stop to smell the flowers or simply admire them. Certain social interactions between paras of different heights are adjusted dynamically, so the animations still look natural. This includes kissing, hugging, slow dancing, and making out. Elder para folks will occasionally hold their backs while walking because their age is absolutely destroying their backs at this point. When choosing an interaction, you can click this icon to pin it to a specific object, the ground, or another para. Once pinned, simply right-clicking that target will make your para immediately perform the pinned interaction instead of opening the interaction menu first. The clock objects in the game actually shows the correct in-game time instead of being purely decorative. You can manually open and close doors by clicking on them, even when no para is using them. Paras have different push-up animations depending on their exercise skill level. Paras with low exercise level will struggle more, while highly skilled paras perform push-ups much more smoothly. In Paramaker, when editing your para's eyes, you can click this button to customize each eye color separately. This allows you to create paras with heterochromia. Still in Paramaker, you can freely customize the size, rotation, and placement of tattoos on your para's body using this placement tool. The same tool can also be used to position moles and birthmarks for your paras. If you adjust this part of your para's body in Paramaker, you can change their posture. This can noticeably affect how they look like when they stand, walk, and do other stuff in live mode. There's a decorative clothesline that you can place and it's fully resizable. Simply place the first hook on a wall, then place another hook to another wall, regardless of height or distance, and the clothesline will automatically stretch between them. You can even add multiple hooks to create custom clothesline layouts. As a nice touch, the clothes and towels hanging on it will also sway in the wind. When wearing high heels or other elevated footwear, your paras's height will actually increase. Now those are true high heels. Learning a skill in Paralives isn't always guaranteed to progress at the same rate. If you hover over the skill bar, you can see all the factors currently affecting your skill gain, including your para's needs, personality, mood, and more. Depending on these factors, a para might learn much faster than usual, or sometimes not gain any progress at all despite actively practicing the skill. If you actively repair some of the vandalized objects around the town, the next day, the newspaper can report that a mysterious citizen has been going around fixing the town furniture. As of now though, there doesn't seem to be any reward for doing it. If your household has children, you may receive a family benefit discount when your bills arrive. Likewise, unemployed parents can receive an unemployment benefit, helping reducing their expenses. Parents can have more than one job at the same time, as long as the schedules don't conflict. Thankfully, some careers allow you to customize your working days and hours. In fact, my para here is currently employed in 5 different jobs at once, and it's possible that even more could be managed with the right schedule. If a para dies, their obituary will appear on a newspaper the next day. Each recipe has its own chance of success, which you can view before attempting to cook it. While your cooking skill is the biggest factor, other things such as your para's personality, mood, needs, and perks can also affect the outcome. If the cooking attempt fails, you might end up with a burnt dish, or in the more extreme cases, start a house fire. In front of certain job buildings, you may find a "Now Hiring" poster pinned. You can click on it and immediately apply for the job, as long as you've met the requirements, that is. Jobs are still rabbit hole at the moment of early access, so they will disappear into the building when working. Child paras can actually pick up and interact with babies, much like adults can, at least to a certain extent. However, they cannot pick up toddlers since they're simply too big for them. Babies and toddlers can have pacifiers as accessories. Now look how adorable they are. When a pregnant parrot goes into labor while socializing with someone, a unique together card can appear called "Ah!" Choosing it will outright stress the other person they're talking to. Once a baby gets born, you can choose its last name to follow one of the parents' last name or create your own for them. Some decorative objects allow you to write custom text on them, letting you type in whatever you'd like. This includes objects such as welcome mats and tombstones. Needs can vary from one para to another depending on their vibes, perks, and traits. For example, paras with the energetic vibe gain an additional energy surplus bar, while the good at being alone social perk adds a me-time need. Paras with the jester vibe unlock the fun need and will ignore one random need each day. Some unlockable perks can even add entirely new type of need bar. If you use the frameless picture frames, custom images with transparent backgrounds will retain their transparency. This means you can essentially create your own custom decals and place them around your builds. The same also applies to this custom cushion, which display the image on a more 3D surface while still preserving transparency. If you visit the park at the top of the hill, you'll find a pair of binoculars that you can interact with. Using them lets you view a panoramic overlook of Melino, giving you a nice look at the town from above. In the community center ruins, there's a transparent glass memorial that shows a sketch of what the ruins originally looked like when they were fully intact. Paras can interact with it, and when they do, the camera shifts so the sketch perfectly overlays the actual ruins. Perhaps in a future update, the ruins will eventually be restored after completing all of the community bundles or something like that. Who knows? Most terrain paints in build mode don't just change the ground texture, they also add 3D details to the terrain. Depending on the paint you use, this can include things like grass, stones, flowers, weed, trash, and other small objects scattered across the ground. Lots in Melino are limited to simple square or rectangular shapes. There are plenty of uniquely shaped lots throughout the town, including unusual ones like this triangular lot. Lots can also be placed very close to one another, allowing you to create buildings that are practically attached side by side, which is great for dense urban builds. At the moment, you cannot create custom lot shapes themselves, but it's definitely something I could see being added in the future for an edit town tool.
So those are 40 small hidden details in Paralives that you might not know. So what do you think of these details? And if you've played the game, do you know any other subtle hidden details that I haven't mentioned in this video? Let us know in the comments down below. Thank you everyone for watching this video, I hope that you like it, and if you do and want more Paralives or other live sim games videos in the future, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. See you later!